Hello, my name is Łukasz Woźniak. I'm a game designer and a publisher, and today I would like to tell you about my new upcoming project called TITANS. TITANS is an area control board game for 1 to 4 players. One, because it has a solo mode, and the game is set in a historical fantasy setting. We move our armies on a map. We try to control territories, fulfill our sacred missions, and we develop our asymmetrical nations in the game. You may know me and our company from our last game that had a tremendous success on Kickstarter. It was a card dice game called Valhalla, and right now we are looking for your support to help us bring Titans, a miniature strategical game, to life. It is a game that I have started working on in 2012, and in that period I have made some smaller and bigger changes, but the main idea remained: to make a big strategical game with big strategical choices, with a lot of replayability, interaction and fun, with easy to get into rules that will not distract you from the fun, from the war, from the gameplay itself. And I think we have accomplished that goal. The game is beautiful looking, even though this is just a prototype. And when we show the game to gamers and non-gamers, everybody seemed to get the rules pretty quickly and have a lot of fun playing it. The game has a big success on a Polish crowdfunding site, where we have exceeded by a lot our funding goal, and right now we are sure that we will make this game for Polish market. But we need your support, since we are still relatively small publishing house, to bring the game to English and other markets worldwide. And the Kickstarter campaign has its own draft page. You can already look it up. We'll put the link in the description, and it will launch on 5th November. In this video I will tell you a little bit about the theme and about the mechanics of the game, and in upcoming videos we will show you the gameplay in more depth. We will also have some reviewers take a look at the game, and if you are coming to Essen Spiel this year, you can come by and see the prototype for yourself. The game is set in a historical fantasy setting. Each of you will become a king and lead one of the biggest nations of that time, of a 17th century timeline, to recreate wars that happened in that period. But it's not just a historical game. It has a big fantasy or legendary component to it. It's a story that we have created, and we are really passionate about it. It gives this game a unique feel, a unique visual component, and a unique experience. Each of the nations has their own unique spirit of the nation, and it has risen up, given the people, the king, a will to fight, special powers in battle, as well as it has brought up, raised up a mythical, long dormant titan. Each of the titans is different, connected to the nation's theme, and it also is different gameplay wise. And you can also feel the magical legendary component in the cards, in the player boards, and in other components as well. So in Titans, you fight each other and you write your own history, or in this case, write your own legends. We will also take that historical theme, and we plan on creating a legacy style campaign for solo mode, where you will, scenario by scenario, live out your own way historical battles and events. To make sure that our idea for this legendary theme will actually come to life on your table, we've been working for over a year now to create the visual aspects of the game that will actually fit in perfectly with the mechanics and with the story that we want to tell. We have a huge game board where the main focus of the game is. Here we have a playmat. This is just a prototype. The final version of the game will have an actual game board. And the main focus of the game is here. We have the map. It's split up into regions. The starting positions differ depending on the number of players. We have a deck of support cards that we will all use and keep them in our hand. And we have a shared deck of order cards. And this is one of the main mechanisms of the game, where you see face-up order cards, and on your turn you pick one of those. And you pick one of them anticipating moves of your opponents and trying to choose the best path for you. So you always have plenty of options, and you see the current order deck, the upcoming order deck. So the game has a lot of short and long-term decision making, because you want to expand, you want to win battle, and you want to complete the secret missions that we draft at the beginning of the game, and we may get them throughout the game as well. So there are different ways of earning points. The shared deck of order cards, where we try to anticipate, strategize, observe, and 4 unique nations. We've been working with that tremendously talented sculptor to make those unique, detailed, beautiful looking miniatures, the standard army size and the oversized Titans that just look amazing when you play the game. We also have an experience with the miniature production for Valhalla, our previous game. It is a card dice game, but we also produced some miniatures, and we have experience in producing that with our factory as well. We have unique art that our illustrator has been working on for over a year now. Each of the nations have their own player board, they have their own unique deck of nation cards, and each of them have their own feel to it. We also have those support cards and that make you feel like you're actually in the battle. So we have a unique theme here, something we have never seen before. We have beautifully illustrated game components. We have very nice graphic design, the miniatures. So if that looks like something you would want to get into, a game that you would want to have on your table, then definitely follow the project and consider backing Titans. So, summing up, what will make Titans stand out among other games on your shelf if you decide to back this game? First of all, the big, beautiful game box will stand out on your shelf on its own. And the theme and the game components when you put the game out on the table as well, as I said before. But of course, we made sure that the mechanics of the game work really well, really smoothly, and are unique to the genre. But before we get into the mechanics, again, let me reinstate something that I said before. The game is actually really easy to teach. It will not just gather dust on your shelf, you will be able to take it with people who already played it, as well as teach it quite easily to people new to Titans, maybe even people who are new to area control games. And the mechanics in this one are unique. The shared face-up pool of the order cards allows you to think through your choices and anticipate other players' moves all the time. The unique path you can take with each of the different nations makes each game different than the one before. There are different ways to earn victory points with controlling the regions, with battles, and with secret mission cards. And what is most important in this game, where you have this beautiful board miniatures, your armies, you actually move them and you actually fight. And each battle has a lot of thrill and excitement. There are dice, but most importantly, you have to manage the dice, the hand of your cards, the different nation cards you will purchase during the game. So there's a lot of tactical and strategical decisions in the game. And the game has a solo mode, and with your support, we may be able to develop the legacy style scenario mode for a solitaire player to reenact the historical events. So please go to the link we will post below the video. You will see the Kickstarter preview page there. Click the notification button then to be notified on the launch date. Also, give us your feedback. Tell us what should we address in upcoming videos, what do you want to see, what do you want to know about the game. And on the 5th we launched the Kickstarter, and if you are with us on the first day of the campaign, you will get an exclusive free miniature. People who will come later, they will be able to purchase it, but it's free if you back Titans on the first day. Beautiful looking king miniature for the first player. So comment, go to the link below, and thank you for your time. Bye bye.